Welcome back everybody to another deck profile video featuring cards from the new green SD. If you find any of our contents good, please remember to like, share and subscribe. And for those new Digimon tamers, thank you for coming. If you haven't subscribed to us, smash that subscribe button. Right, so without further ado, let's jump into green deck profile featuring the new SD cards. Right, first of all, Digitamas we play for Algomon. So good, so simple effect. During your turn, reactive, +1 memory. Very straightforward. I like straightforward effects. Simple but good. Next, we play just one Tanemon. Well, it really depends up to you. For the last Digitamas, generally you can just put whatever that you want to. But for this case, I put Tanemon because when you Digivolve, Tanemon gives 1k power. It's kinda good, kinda. Next, on our rookies, we play 2 Terriermon. I tag in Terriermon because if you look at the current meta with the coming of Ragnarok and in BT04 that new the Black Storm where they keep getting memory over and over and over, and let's not forget Dandevimon, was it Dandevimon that gives memory every time a tamer is rested. You kinda need stuff like Terriermon to stop your opponents from getting more and more memories. So Terriermon really useful. If you're playing purple, consider Gazimon. You're playing black, consider Chumon. These are kind of good because, well, if your opponent keeps getting memory, it'll never come to your turn. You'll probably die before your turn comes anyway. Next, we play 8 Vanillas. Alright, the 2-0 Vanilla. So I play 4 Goburimon and 4 Algomons. Right, okay. Next, for our last rookie, we play 3 Palmon from the new starter deck. So as an ESS, when you attack Digimon, Palmon grants an additional 2k power. Kinda good if you're needing for that final push, if you're up against stuff like Millennium, or if you're up against Black Cranium with several Taichis there, they're gonna hit like 13-14ks. So you're gonna definitely need to pump your Digimons to hit them for that magic number. And also, look, I may play 1 Tanemon, but here we have 3 additional Tanemon from the art. So technically, well, we kinda play 4 Tanemon, kinda. Right, next we jump into our champion line. So we play 12 champions. First we have 4 Gargomon, 5-1, cheap cost to Digivolve, and for every rested, he gives you 1k power. So they are the power boosters. Next, Togemon, to go with the theme of boosting powers as well. Togemon, similar to Palmon, gives 2k power. The only difference with Gargomon is that Gargomon gives 1k power for every rested. It doesn't matter who you attack, whereas Togemon is limiting you to attack your opponent's Digimon. But you'll see soon enough why we like to attack opponent's Digimon. Lastly, we play the 4 new blockers. So Kabuterimon 6-1. So as you can see, most of our champions are basically 1 to Digivolve. You can choose to opt for stuff like Stingmon, which is also a 6-1, or the BT1 Kabuterimon, which is also a 6-1. You can change your whole line into basically just 1 cost to Digivolve. But the reason why I put Togemon, just in case, if sometimes you need to hardcast, 4 is better than Kabuterimon is 6, Stingmon is also 6. So that's why I play I play Togemon just in case I need to hardcast anything. You can also opt for Vegemon, that's a very strong card. But for 1 additional hardcast cost, we get power, whereas Vegemon doesn't grant us anything. Okay, next, for ultimate lines, we play 4 Lilymon from the BT01, very strong effect. As an ESS, when you attack, rest anything, choose one of your opponent Digimon and rest it. Very good. Your opponent will probably be sleeping forever. Well, almost forever. The only thing Lilymon can target are blockers. Then we play this. This is the partial boss card of the deck. Alter Kabuterimon. So strong, so OP. When you attack as an ESS, you basically gain the same skill as Duke Mon. You burst your opponent's security immediately. So it's like when you attack with him as the ESS, you're gonna burst one of their security, and when you swing for security, you take another one. So it's -2 security immediately with Alter Kabuterimon. So strong. Next, speaking of destroying the security, Megas, we definitely play 3 Banchos, Piercing, and 9k base, but when he hits anything with 12k, he gains an additional 7k and 2 security check. Combined with Alter Kabuterimon, if you hit anything big, he's gonna burst down 1 for you, 1 security. Bancho, he himself is gonna hit for 3 security check. That's what? 4 security check in just 1 attack. Just 1 attack, ladies and gentlemen, Digimon Tamers all over the world. Then, let's not forget the new boss card from the starter deck. You have Hercules Kabuterimon. So same thing, he has piercing. With Alter Kabuterimon, you destroy security, and on top of that, you have him for piercing. Why piercing? Because of his Digiburst skill. So Digiburst is a new skill that was introduced in the new starter decks. We expect to see more in BT04. So his skill is basically Digiburst 2. In other words, you take 2 of the bottom ESS, put them in your drop zone, Digiburst, choose 1, and rest it. So you see the pattern, you rest it, and then after that you go for piercing with Hercules Kabuterimon or with Bancho Sting, hits them with, on top of that, with Alter Kabuterimon, you're going to destroy Digimon, you're going to destroy security, you're going to destroy more security, you're going to destroy a lot of things out of them. Right, and to mitigate, to help solve our high costs, it's for what we play. We play the BT3 OP card, OP option. We play a hidden potential. So basically, when our green Digivolve, by playing this card and resting one of our Digimons, we pay 0 almost. It's -5 cost for Digivolution. So -5 generally, well, besides if you're going into new stuff like Chaosmon, basically a hidden potential makes everything free. Next, we play 3 Chiku Chiku Bang Bang. So Chiku Chiku Bang Bang, it's 2 costs, it's a flower cannon. But the difference with security effect is that for Chiku Chiku Bang Bang security is, it activates its effect and then you add this card to your hand. So basically, you're gonna flower cannon them from the security. If it comes out from the security, you're gonna flower cannon them once, comes back to hand. Next turn, Chiku Chiku Bang Bang, you're gonna flower cannon another thing. So basically, it's a 2-use kind of thing from security. Depending on what you're up against, if you're up against Rookie Rush, obviously you want to go for Flower Cannon, because Flower Cannons from security basically rest everything, whereas Chiku Chiku Bang Bang only goes for 1, just 1 Digimon, and then it bounces back to your hand, depending on how you look at it. But looking in the current meta, if your area has a lot of Rookie Rush, you might consider Flower Cannon over Chiku Chiku Bang Bang. Next, we play 2 Hornbuster. So this is the new burst card for green from the SD. His skill is basically similar. It's in the middle of Terra Cluster from the BT1 and Kokito's Breath from the blue starter deck. So what he does is 5 option. You choose one of your opponent's rested Digimon, cast this, that card, bounce back to their hand, and everything else, their ESS goes into the drop zone. Trash. So it's cheaper than Kokito's Breath in the sense that it bounces stuff back to their hand, but the only thing is that Kokito's Breath can target even active Digimon, whereas Hornbuster is only limited to anything that's rested. And then compared to Terra Cluster, if you were to bounce Terra Cluster, you pay additional 2 costs. You can bounce something like Omega back into the bottom of their deck, so you don't really have to worry about Omega anytime soon. Whereas for this card, if you were to bounce Omega back to your hand, then they might have something on the field which they're going to evolve, goes into Omega, burst down your whole field, or Millennium to send something back to the bottom of your deck. So depending on how you look at it, but I believe for 5 costs, very justifiable, very cheap, very good. So as you can see, so far we've been like resting with Lilymon, we're resting with Hercules, we're resting with Chiku Chiku Bang Bang, we're resting a lot of things. So what's the resting? What tamer do we use when we have a lot of resting Digimon ability to rest? We play Koshiro. Koshiro from the SD. So basically his skill is when during your turn, if any of your opponent Digimon gets rested, rest him, you gain 1 memory. If you have 2 of him on the field, Chiku Chiku Bang Bang becomes free cost, and then whereas for Hercules Kabuterimon, Digiburst 2, rest 1, tap both your easies and you get 2 memory. So essentially that makes Hercules Kabuterimon skill as Digiburst 2, rest 1, and then gain 2 memory. Very, very strong. So this brings us to the end of our video. Hope that you like and enjoyed our content. Remember to do like, share, and subscribe if you find any of our contents interesting. Right, I'll see you next time on our next deck building profile. Bye!